Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a zigzag shirt, but I'm going to make this one on a long sleeve t-shirt. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. I'm also starting the fold with the back side facing me. There's not really any particular reason for that, it just kind of happened that way. So to begin, I want to put some really large fan folds in the body of the shirt. So I'm going to fold the bottom hem of the shirt up to the top of the shirt. Then I'm going to grab the hem and fold it halfway back. To fold the rest of the shirt, I'm going to pinch this center seam and lift the shirt up off of the table. When I do, the top of the shirt is going to fold back, essentially completing the fan folds that I'm trying to accomplish. So for the sleeves, the majority of the sleeve is going to be straight. But right up close to the body of the shirt, it is going to fold a little bit. You can kind of see on my shirt how the sleeves are folded as they get closer to the main body of the shirt. I'm just letting the folds happen naturally. Then using a washable marker and a straight edge, I'm going to draw a diagonal line on the shirt. I don't want to take the diagonal line from corner to corner. I want to bring it in just a little bit. By the way, for reference, this is an extra large Gildan Ultra Cotton long sleeve shirt. Now I want to take and fan fold the line that I just drew. Since I'm fan folding quite a few layers of fabric at the same time, the fan folds are a little bit larger because the fabric is kind of stiff. I'm going to straighten the folds on either side of this main line and tie them all up with some kite string. I'm going to continue to straighten the folds, and then I'm going to fan fold the sleeves into the rest of the shirt. As I get closer down to the end of these sleeves, it can be a little bit of a challenge because the sleeves have a cuff on them, so they don't lay flat. After I have the sleeves folded, I'm going to continue tying the shirt with kite string. I could actually use a couple extra hands for this though, because my hands aren't quite large enough to hold these larger folds. I'm trying to tie the kite string pretty tight because this is kind of an awkward shape and an awkward fold. I don't want it coming untied when I go to apply the dye. I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Then, because this is a thicker fold, I'm going to set it aside and allow it to dry out just a little bit. It doesn't need to dry out completely like I would if it were a geode or a mandala, but I do want to get a little bit of the moisture out of the shirt. So for this shirt, I am going to use some purples and a magenta color. And remember, I had the back of the shirt facing up when I tied the shirt initially, so I want to go ahead and turn the shirt over to the front and continue the line that I drew on the back side around to the front side of the shirt, because I would like to begin applying the dye to the front side of the shirt. So right on the initial line that I drew, I'm going to use Royal Purple from Grateful Dyes. Remember, this is a really thick fold, so I'm adding quite a bit of dye because I want it to saturate through all of those folds. Then on either side of the Royal Purple, I'm adding Peony from Dharma Trading Company. I was having some difficulty with my dye nozzle clogging, so I kept changing out the lid. Then on either side of the peony, I'm going to add Amethyst from Dharma Trading Company. Then after adding the amethyst, I'm going to start over with Royal Purple. I'm going to continue this dye pattern of Royal Purple, Peony, and Amethyst all the way down the shirt. Before I begin applying the dye to the back side of the shirt, I'm going to do a little bit of touch-up of all of these colors. Remember, this is an extra large size shirt, and I mixed up about 3/4 of a cup of all of these colors that I'm using on the front side of the shirt. So when I turn the shirt over, you can tell from the back that the colors are starting to come through really well. So all on the back side of the shirt, I'm going to add pure magenta from Dye Spin. I don't want to oversaturate with the pure magenta, but I do want to make sure I coat the entire back side of the shirt and cover any white areas that might be showing. I'm going to go ahead and turn the shirt back over and let the shirt process with the purple side up. If you'll notice, I'm using my hands to kind of squeeze the shirt a little bit. I'm doing that to kind of squish some of that dye down into those thicker folds. You can tell I'm getting pretty good color saturation by the fact that the dye is kind of bubbling up some. Then I'm going to set the shirt aside and allow it to process for about 24 to 48 hours. To rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I untied the shirt and I gradually warmed the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. When the water was almost clear, I took the shirt and put it into my washing machine along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent, and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Then after the shirt was washed and dried, this is how it looks. So what do you guys think? So I like the colors on this shirt, and of course I like the design on this shirt, but what I'm not happy with is the fact that the pure magenta that I put on the back of the shirt is a lot stronger at the very top of the shirt. And I know the reason for that. That was the area that was on the outside that got the pure magenta put directly on the shirt. And the bottom part of the shirt was on the front side of the shirt. So because this was such a thick fold, I don't have the same amount of pure magenta all the way throughout the shirt, which I don't like. So about the only way that I could change that on this shirt would have been to have added pure magenta to both the front side and the back side of the shirt. So I think what would have worked better is to have added the colors to both sides, added the purple to the front side, then turned it over and added purple to the back side, and then put pure magenta over the entire shirt. I think I would have liked the way that looked better. So like I said, I really like the color combination, but I'm not super happy with the fact that the pure magenta is just so much more prominent on the top side of the shirt than it is on the bottom. I got fairly good color saturation. There are a couple of areas though where I could have used a little bit more dye. But honestly, I think the white in this shirt looks good. I wish I just would have left the pure magenta off or would have done it a little bit differently, and I think it would have been a beautiful shirt. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. And I sure would appreciate it if you would like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.